morning, countrymen and women, and the youths of Zambia, wherever you're watching us from. I have decided this morning to speak about the glaring atrocities that are being committed against citizens in Zambia, with particular reference to the case of Honorable Josephine Mumbipiri. As many citizens will recall, Josephine Mumbipiri joined us in Kawambwa during the by-election in December, and she had a confrontation with Mike Mposha, who was illegally using school premises to organize for his party, the United Party for National Development. After that confrontation, Mike Mposha and company reported Mumbipiri to the police and alleged that Mumbipiri committed aggravated robbery. Consequent to that, Mumbipiri was arrested under the instructions of no other than Grafel Musamba, Inspector General of Police. She was detained at Ibex Police Station on the 7th of January. On the 9th of January, Mumbipiri was transferred by night by armed police officers from Lusaka to Kawambwa. We have since read the statements that were given by Mposha and two others, including the person who claimed that he was torched using a teaser and that his 20,000 kwacha was stolen. All of us who read those statements realized that this was just a hoax, because none of them mentioned Mumbipiri as having committed that offense. We were therefore not surprised to read the letter by Gilbert Piri, Director of Public Prosecutions, dated 13th January, in which he, the Chief Prosecutor, the Director of Public Prosecutions, the only office mandated by the Constitution of Zambia to engage in any public prosecution, he wrote that letter, which did not surprise us, addressed to Kawambwa, where he was saying he did not find any matter that he could prosecute Mumbipiri on. He recommended to the police that Mumbipiri must be set free. That letter was dated 13th of January. Surprisingly, today, the 22nd of January, 9 days after, Mumbipiri is still being held. She is being held illegally. First of all, she did not commit the offense. And Grafel Musamba knows that too well. Mumbipiri did not commit the offense of aggravated robbery for which she has been held since 7th of January. Secondly, notwithstanding the fact that the DPP has said he is not capable of prosecuting the matter, the police have chosen to continue to hold Mumbipiri in their custody. What is very annoying is that Mumbipiri is being held in a cell which doesn't have sanitary facilities. She herself has spoken and said she has not had the opportunity to even take a bath over the last 14 days that she has been held illegally by the police. This is a wake-up call for Hakainde Hichilema, that the people that he's entrusted the law into are totally unlawful. Grafel Musamba should be held personally accountable for the atrocities that are being committed against Mumbipiri. We in the Patriotic Front therefore demand the immediate release of Mumbipiri. And we also insist that Mumbipiri must take up this matter. We wonder where the Human Rights Commission of Zambia is. They themselves are recipients of the letter that was written by the DPP on the 13th of January. And they are quiet. Instead, we hear somebody from the Human Rights Commission trotting from one television station to another, comparing atrocities that are being committed by Hakainde with what he thinks were atrocities committed before Hakainde became president. That is totally irrelevant in this matter. We demand that the Human Rights Commission must wake up and protect the rights of citizens. How can the Human Rights Commission sit back while an innocent woman is being exposed to living in a room which has poor ventilation, poor lighting, no sanitary facilities, no water? The Human Rights Commission is watching. They are complicit in committing this atrocity. We demand the immediate release of Mumbipiri. And Grafio Musamba, I'm addressing you. You are very quick to issue threats against citizens, and yet very slow at upholding the rights of citizens. Sorry about that. You have no justification whatsoever to hold on to Mumbipiri when you yourself and your police command know that you did not commit any offense, and you have also been told that the prosecutor is not capable of prosecuting that matter. We are also aware of the fact that you, Grafio Musamba, are encouraging the DPP that this matter must proceed to court and that you go and enter a nole. No, that is not right. We reject that kind of thinking by you, that you can punish Mumbipiri on this aggravated robbery case and keep her in custody and even prefer that you go and enter a nole. There is no reason whatsoever for you to try and enter a nole when a person is innocent from the start. Mumbi is simply a victim of your insatiable appetite to please Hakainde Hichilema. We know that Grafio Musamba, you're holding on to Mumbipiri because it pleases Hakainde Hichilema to see that Mumbipiri is incarcerated. Do you have no remorse? You held on to Mumbipiri for 428 days on a murder charge, and you preferred to go and enter a nole on the day when the judgment was being read. You want to do that again. What is it that poor little Josephine Mumbipiri has done to you, Hakainde? What is it that you want from Mumbipiri? I mention you, Hakainde, because you are the President of the Republic of Zambia, and there is no doubt that you have seen the letter from your Director of Public Prosecutions, and yet you are failing to instruct Grafio Musamba to release that poor woman. One day, very soon, you and all your friends will have to account for the torture and punishment and pain and anguish that you are causing on the Zambian people. This I can best assure you. Grafio Musamba, your days are coming. Release Mumbipiri now without any condition whatsoever. You drove poor Mumbipiri using armed police officers in an open van. You had no shame whatsoever to treat a female citizen like that. An innocent citizen. One who has not committed any offense. Even just reading the statement by the complainant shows you that they were not linking Mumbipiri at all to any crime. And yet you still chose to arrest her and detain her illegally. Shame upon you. Release Mumbipiri now. And I'd like to encourage you, citizens. The Nsengas say, Chauna mzako chapita mawa chilipaiwe. The women folk of Zambia rise and speak on behalf of your fellow woman. Rise and demand that Mumbipiri is released forthwith, unconditionally. And Mumbipiri must be facilitated to come back to her family in as safe and comfortable manner as possible. You took her like a criminal, and yet she isn't one. The menfolk, the youths, this is time for you to show your prowess. Rise and demand that Mumbipiri is released. Thank you very much, citizens. Oh.